I'm Christy. Welcome to the program Tuesdays at 1. We're still doing video recordings, but at least we can still get together and do some craft time. Today we're going to make the fairy garden lantern, and with this it's always good to recycle products so it doesn't go to the landfill, so we're going to be using glass jars. If you have registered, you will get a jar in your supply kit. If you did not register, excuse me, then you can go ahead and just use any glass jar you like. This one's actually kind of nice because it has a wide mouth to it that you can stick your hand in pretty easily. After that, we're going to have the lid. It's up to you if you choose to decorate the lid for your jar. I am not going to use my lid, so some of your kits will have lids if I have them. Otherwise, you do not need a lid. Next, you're going to need to have a piece of cardboard. You do need to cut this so it's going to be able to fit into the bottom of the inside of your jar. So just make sure you have a piece of cardboard pre-cut for this. And then we're going to put moss and decorate it for the bottom of the jar. Twine, it's up to you if you guys want to use twine. This is a really nice thick twine. I'm going to put it at the top of my jar. Again, it's up to you. The paint that I'm going to be choosing today, this is a metallic acrylic paint. It's up to you what color you want to have your jar, or no paint at all. Spray paint will be a really too thick for this project, just simply because we're going to dry a tea light. And again, your kit will have this. We're going to put it in it and we want it to illuminate the light through it, so spray paint will not allow you to do that. I'm going to put my paint on with a cotton ball because I want it to be not a streak effect to it with glass. Sometimes if you put paint on it, it will streak the surface and then you're going to instinctively want to put another coat on, and again that's going to create really too dark of a look. So we're going to dab our paint on, and then you can use any type of embellishments that we have. I'm going to be supplying some little yellow flowers for you guys, some Spanish moss, and actually it comes in pretty good packages. I think you can actually get this at the dollar store. So we're going to use that as well, and otherwise that's it. So let's go ahead and start. If you want to wear gloves, you can. It's up to you. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and choose to do a light coating, and this is kind of like the look. If you see it, it's going to be really light and iridescent. So we're just going to go ahead and keep painting the jar until we have it completely covered. As you can see, I painted hands in the jar. I'm trying to give you guys the best angle to see. It's really pretty paint. It's like a gold. It's going to be spotty, so to say, so we can see again when the tea light goes through it. So we're going to go ahead and let this dry because we're not going to be able to go any further until it does actually putting on the silhouette, and that reminds me, everybody will be getting a silhouette. It's going to be hard to see, but this is actually a fairy on this that we will peel off and put on the front. If you did not pick up your packet, I don't know, you're welcome to cut one out of the vinyl that we used last week on a project. You can do that as well. If you want to do your own and not use the fairy that I provided, you can use contact paper, and it's up to you if you're going to put it on the inside or outside of your jar. I'm choosing to place mine on top. So once this paint's dry, we'll go ahead and start with the silhouette. Until then, you guys can put the jar off to the side and you can start with your cardboard piece. Again, I used the lid and I put a piece of cardboard, I traced around it, and then I just cut it a little bit smaller so it will fit on the inside of the jar. This is in case you want to use moss, so when your fairy's in it, it doesn't look just completely empty. But again, if you wanted to have that look, that's completely fine. You don't need to actually have this piece. But if you are, you do need a hot glue gun and some glue sticks. So go ahead and plug that in, and then we'll get started on this part. Everyone's glue gun is hot, hopefully. So we're going to go ahead and just put it on the cardboard piece, pretty good amount. When you work with this moss, instead of pulling out and shredding it because it's going to make a big mess, maybe pull a little bit out and cut it, and then just kind of wad it up and place it. Now, you might want to go ahead and get, I don't know, backs of your scissors and push it down, or a pencil because it's hot and actually can burn your hands. I know. And then I have some little baby, what I call pine cones. They look like little Barbie-sized pine cones. You guys will get it in your kit. And this is, again, just to fill up a little bit of the bottom so it doesn't look so empty. And I'll hold this up here in a minute. We'll add a little flower to the other side. like that, and it's on the back side of the cardboard. And I have a little bit of a stick. I don't know if you guys can see that through the camera or not, but you're welcome to go in your yard and collect what you need to. And then you're going to put it on the inside of your jar. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Hopefully you can. And just so it doesn't make it look so empty on the inside. It's not a really good shot. Probably should have turned the light on. So go ahead and fill up however you like. I'm going to go ahead and drop my stick in. And then, like I said, you have your tea light. It just is going to provide a little bit more of effect. But then now's the time for your top. If you want your lid, you probably want to put some moss on it, some twine on it, so obviously it's not so, because this is all natural looking and this actually is not. So I'm going to go ahead and put some twine on the around my top of my jar. And when you do this, you want to go ahead and only glue a little bit as you go, because if not, the glue dries and then it will not make the twine stick. So just go ahead and take your time. If you rush this step, sometimes the twine is going to go sideways on you and then go up the jar not smooth. So take your time. I know it's kind of tedious, but it's worth going around the jar and making it even. Okay, the next step, as you can see, I went ahead and went all the way around it. And then I have taken 3 strands of the twine, and I decided to go ahead and braid mine, knotted both ends, and then I'm going to attach it to make a handle. This takes quite a bit of glue to get this to stick. Kind of be patient and hold it in place. And you don't have to braid yours. I just decided to give it a little bit of a different look to it. And press it until it dries and snap. That is hot. And like I said, the silhouette. Let's see if I can get mine to pull off. This is vinyl. I did use it on the Cricut, and if you don't have a Cricut, actually, you know what? I think that they sell this kind of stuff at the dollar store, already pre-made fairy stuff. And it doesn't have to be a fairy. If you have something else that you prefer, that's up to you. I'm trying to get this so I don't rip her little arms off. Let's see here. Okay, so there you can see, that's the one that I decided to do. Whichever side of the jar that you think should be the front. And place her on there. And you know, again, make sure your paint is dry. Place her on there, get all the bubbles out. And you can see, you guys see that? And then we're pretty much done, because again, I'm not using the top of my lid. If you turn your fairy light on, and hopefully this will have some sort of a decent lighting so you can see. It might not work too well. But that is your fairy garden. And this one actually will glow and flicker to make it look more like a natural light. Pretty cool. I like it. It looks like summer to me. So again, put a little extra spin on yours, however you guys want it to end up looking like. Have fun. It turned out really nice, and I love that, again, that we're using recycled glass. So enjoy. Thanks for joining me for Tuesdays at 1, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.